G'day gorgeous people, welcome to another Paragon video. Today I am going to be showing you how to use and build a deck that will be very helpful for Iggy and Scorch. Iggy and Scorch is probably my favourite character. He's very unusual and his skill set is quite useful in most situations. We're going to be building him tanky today with pretty much no emphasis whatsoever on energy damage. It's going to be all on tanking and getting some health back without using health regen cards. Okay, so if you're going to find this video useful, please leave me a like, leave a comment if you have any questions whatsoever, and consider subscribing for more content. In regards to Iggy's abilities, what I generally do, most people just go for flame turret straight up. What I will do is just not even pick an ability until I get to my lane and I figure out who I'm up against. More likely than not, I will go for Oil Slick first, just so that I can get away. Oil Slick will increase your movement speed and leave an oil slick behind you, so you can sort of run backwards, and then if they're running through it, you can set it on fire. It is quite useful when it's ranked right up. It gives you an incredible speed boost. It's great for getting away. So say you're being chased by a Chimera, that can get you away. Chimera will use his ambush to come straight back at you, but then you have your triangle as well to knock him back again. So you at least have two things to knock people away with. I think most people generally go for flame turrets straight up, but the way that I generally play him is that you want to be getting last hits first. So don't prioritize your flame turret straight up or your oil spill rather. You want to go for oil slick so you can get away. So we're going to have a look at actually making a deck here right now. Now, when it comes to all of your normal cards, you can do whatever you want with your consumables. What I generally start off with first is a Lord's Ward. Okay, so this is going to be a 6-point card. Okay, so we're just going to throw 3 basic mana onto that bad boy. So that's going to give us 1 card for 6. We're also going to have a Mage's Ward, which we're going to switch to, and that's going to have 3 regular mana. Okay, so at any point you can switch to that just to get yourself the extra mana. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to build health. Okay, so you have a few options. I use Drink the Spirits quite a bit. I don't take it straight away. I take it a little bit later. So what I'll do is I'll put a lesser health, a health, and a mana onto this, or you could put 2 mana, whichever way you want to do it, just to get that up to a 9-point card. So we have our two of our 9-point cards there. We're going to build this as a 4 9-point and 2 12-point deck. Next up is Elder Mage Amulet, which unfortunately I only have 1 of. I will slot 3 healths onto that, and then because I don't have another one, my only other option is to go for the Staff of Adamant. I would much rather just chuck an extra Elder Mage on there. It's much more useful. You getting the extra 400 health rather than 100. But on this we're going to do pretty much the same thing. Now you can change these in any way, shape or form if you want. You can just put 2 healths and cast on if you like, but generally with this build I don't go for energy damage because I'm tanking. I'm fixating on staying in the fight and using my turrets to annoy the shit out of people and take out minions. So this will be our first 12-point card here with Tempered Plate. So you can do this any way you like. Generally I go for 1 greater health and 2 greater guards, and then we do the same thing with the Tune Barrier. So 1 greater health and 2 greater barriers. Okay, so they're 12-point cards, and we have 4 of our 2-point cards. What you can do with all your spare cards, I can't actually do it right here because I don't have any 1-point guards, but what I will do is I will take a Tempered Plate, put 2 lesser healths and a lesser guard on, or with the Tomb Barrier I will put a lesser barrier, a minor barrier rather, and 2 lesser healths, just so that it's easy early on to get a little bit tanky, and then when you've got the time you switch it to the other Tomb Barrier. But unfortunately the game does not like me, and it will not give me the cards that I need to do that with my Tempered Plate. But if you do have the 1 point guards and the 1 point healths to use them. It's a great way to get tanky early on, instead of having to wait until you have the points to put into your 12 point card. Okay, but I'm going to get rid of that. And as I said, I would rather have another Elder Mage Amulet instead of the Staff of Adamant, but you've got to make do with what you've got. And at the very least, it is kind of useful because you are getting the 19.5 extra damage, which can help you with the last hits. Generally, at this stage, when your build is complete, you're not really worried about that too much, because your turrets are going to be doing all the work. Your turrets and your oil spill are going to be doing all the work for you. But at this stage, you'll be very, very tanky. So you'll have quite a lot of health there, and with this unique passive on Drink the Spirits, where we get 5% health regen from minion kills or assists, and that stacks, so it's not just one over 10 seconds and then the next thing you kill over 10 seconds. They will all stack together, and because you're going to be in the middle of a fight, dropping down your turrets, tanking a lot of damage, getting a lot of assists, you are going to be getting health regen from all the minions, which is not much, let's be honest, but it still adds up. And all the assists off of the player kills is going to be giving you health regen the entire time. So there's like no reason to waste 1 or 2 cards speccing into health regen for your tank, when you actually have the ability to initiate a fight in a group of minions, and then you have your minions fighting the enemy players. You're regenerating health off of the enemy minions, which is so easy to kill, and then you're getting those assists if your teammates are there with you, and you're constantly regenerating health. That's pretty much the build in a nutshell. As I said, you can do anything you want to adjust this. You can get your 6 point Tempered Plate, your 6 point Tomb Barrier. You could even have Drink the Spirits as a 7 point card if you wanted to. And anything you want to put on here from now on is fine. Like, you could take them late game, you could take Mage's Ward off and change it for another 9 point card with mana, which I would probably recommend Pendulum of Lords. So you'll be getting a 10% cooldown reduction and health on top of that. I would just slot a 5% cooldown reduction and then 2 healths onto that. So if we go and actually have a look, I'll show you there. So if you use this Pendulum of Lords, that could be a good option to switch to. Generally late game, when you're doing a lot of if you're winning rather and you've got the enemy on the back foot, wards are going to be a little bit less useful. Towards the start is when they're a lot more useful, so switching that over could be a good idea. On top of that, chuck anything you want in there. Chuck a Harvester Key, a health potion, a mana potion, a couple of cast tokens for when you only have 3 points and you're chucking a 2 point upgrade on. You have that 1 point spare, because no one wants to be running back out there with 1 point spare. It's a bit of a waste. But yeah, this is an extremely tanky build. People don't generally I know a lot of people do run tanky Iggy builds, but when you're playing against people as a tanky Iggy, generally people are not expecting it. They hit you a couple of times and they fucking freak out because your turrets are just destroying them and they're doing nothing to you. Like, I have tanked a whole team for about 20 seconds with all of them crushing their abilities on me, and it took them 20 seconds to kill me. In that time, my team had taken 2 inhibitors because they were just too focused on trying to kill me and they couldn't figure out why the hell they couldn't kill me. But that is the build in a nutshell. I'm not going to go over any footage of me using it. I'm sure you can sort of understand how this build works. for yourself. If you want, just adjust it and drink the spirits off and go towards some actual energy damage. If you like, just go towards even more health. You could pretty much do anything you like there, but I think Drink the Spirits works very well. It's very kind of niche build, but it serves me well. People tend to be very annoyed by it. But that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please leave me a like down below. Leave a comment if you have any questions, as I said, and please consider subscribing for more content. Thank you so much for watching. I love your face, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.